it? Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?
Like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
And the Steeler 1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Samuels, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rudolph. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Vince Williams on the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Dobbins, the ball.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Hayward on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the punt team on now is it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Rudolph. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with no score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the run is Connor, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And the ball carrier.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. It's a Pittsburgh down, a gain of 13. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Connor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Finding room at the 30. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Bust through the tackle. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Samuels. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The ball carrier. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Third down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers 0. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Escaping the pressure right. Completion here to Claypool. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on second down. Rudolph. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's third down. Rudolph going to throw again. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Lane. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 13. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Johnson. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
You pump. Jay, middle. Back.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 30.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. And he'll drop here to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. And a Steeler 1st down.
Here's Connor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Tyus Bowser. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Stays on his feet, and that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. get this one now in their own territory. A gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Jackson.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
At the 36-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another run here with Dobbins. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Ball carrier.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. This time Jackson will throw it. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
A 39-yard attempt.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Steelers nothing. For Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Rudolph looking to throw.
He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
A collegiate star in nearby Maryland. This is Anthony McFarland.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 31.
That goes for a gain of 31.
First down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Lane. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. After the interception, here's Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
First down.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Eric Ebron.
Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score, Ravens 14. Steelers.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back at his own 49.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now here's Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. at their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And it's second down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
28-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the wear my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.